Okay, this is my attempt to do some live coding on video. So this is just a trial. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try creating this arithmetic test, which is challenge number 8 from the OCR Code Challenges V2 PDF document. It says a primary school teacher wants a computer program to test the basic arithmetic skills of students, generate random questions, 2 numbers only, consisting of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Division. Shame that's in there. The system should ask the student's name, then ask 10 questions, and the program should feedback if the answer is correct or not, and generate a final score at the end. Okay, so we're going to do some top-down design here. We're going to break this big problem into smaller problems, and I'm going to use just like comments in the code, a hashtag to make some comments about what I need to solve, what these smaller problems are that I'm going to have to solve. So, right, the whole problem is an arithmetic test. It said something about ask the student's name. So, ask the student's name. Fine. That's like just an input command. We'll do that later. When you've got 10 questions, so loop 10 times, and we can consider a couple of different ways that can be done. Things like for loops and while loops. We're going to have a score, so we'll say output the score. And then within this loop, we're going to have, I'll use the tab key to indent it to show that this is inside the loop. We'll say we need to think up some random numbers, say numbers 1 to 10. Choose a random, I'm going to use the math term of operation, so that means add, subtract, multiply, divide, and then ask the question to put that information together to the student, and then get the answer and feedback if correct or incorrect. Output the score at the end. I mean, that's kind of it, isn't it, really? Okay, so I know I'm going to have to choose random things. So this is just experience with Python. I'm using Sonny and Python here. I know I'm going to need some additional functions or commands that aren't standard in Python. I have to import the random library. And I might do a random choice, or I might do rand int to get random integers or whole numbers. So I know I'm going to need that, right? Ask the student's name. So we can just put print. Please excuse my quick typing. What is your name? Of course, you can make this as pretty as you want. Put name equals input, and that will store it as a string. And a string is the most suitable data type for words, for names, so that's fine. Right, loop 10 times. I'm going to go with 4, and we'll have a loop questions in range. We'll do 0 to 10. So if I put 10, that'll only do 9 words otherwise in Python, because it's a brilliant handwritten article by Dijkstra about why it does this, why the counting goes to 1 before the thing. It's because of indexing at 0 when you're looping through complex data structures like arrays or lists. But anyway, if you want 10 loops, put 11, add 1. Simple as that. Right, think up some random numbers. So we'll call it num1 equals random.rand int, and we'll do numbers up to 10. Weirdly, I think that is inclusive, so I can leave it. I mean, it's not weird actually, but conversely to the way loops work, randint I think does generate numbers up to and including the number in the brackets. And we need to get a different number for num2. Now a random operation, that's going to be different, isn't it? So there's a few ways of doing this. I think there's probably a nice clean Python way of like actually using the symbol and then using something like a val, which is a command that will like maybe do the maths. But we could use if and else, which might be a more clear, beginner-friendly approach to it. So should we do it like that? Should we say operations equals and then a list? So add, subtract, multiply. Oh, excuse me, I've got to put my quotes around the word multiply, and divide. So you might be thinking, well, rather than type all that, I could like put the symbols, but have to remember that multiply is a star, divide is a slash. And like I said, there might be a way to like choose the symbol, put the symbol with the numbers, and actually get the computer to do the calculation for us. I think that might be more difficult. So what we'll do is we'll say this operation equals random.choice from the operations list. Okay, now asking the question, we'll do some if-else here. If this operation is add, then answer equals num1 add num2. And they're both integers, so answer will become an integer and the add symbol will not join things together, will not concatenate, it will add as we would like, so that's good. Now, else if this operation equals subtract, you can see where this is going, right? Answer is num1 take away num2. Now, I need something else in here. I need like the question. Print what is, and then we'll join together num1. Oh, except it's an integer, so we need to turn it into a string. I haven't thought about that. Okay. Shall we do add or plus? We'll do plus. And then the string version of number2. And then, do we have a question mark just to be polite? Yeah. Okay, so that looks quite complex, but what it's joining together is the sentence "what is" with the string, the printable version of the first number, then joins together with the add sign. So this looks crazy, doesn't it? You've got like an add that's doing the concatenation of strings, the joining, and then actually the add sign in speech marks like that comes out as just what it looks like. And then this joins together the second number, and then this joins together just a little question mark at the end. Okay, we've got to do all of that again for the subtract, but instead we're going to have subtract, and I guess basically I can just copy and paste this, I hope, to do multiply. It's not going to work if I spell things wrong, it's going to be some debugging. That's got to be it. Oh, I could do a symbol for multiplying, I don't know. Multiplied by, and then when I'm working out the answer for the computer, that symbol, and I'm not going to have an else. All right, I don't think I've coded this so that there's only 4 things it can choose from, so it will be one of these. So I don't need an else. What to do if it isn't one of these things? In fact, if it isn't one of these things, the whole thing is going to explode. Defensive programming means I should probably put something in like, and maybe just for else print something went wrong. But then if I test this thoroughly, hopefully I can avoid that becoming a problem. Right. Now, integer division. Double slash, I think. I'll have to look it up. I think so. So you can use the double slash when you're doing division and you only want the first part of it. I think sometimes called the quotient rather than the exponent. But when you're doing long division, it's like how many whole numbers go into it and then without the remainder. Because these two numbers are, oh, well, hang on, we're not doing that kind of division, right? Because just because they're two integers, you might have 3 divided by 2. Well, that's 1.5. So the result is going to be, in this case, a float or real number, not an integer. If it's 3 divided by 2, it's 1.5. Oh, okay. The divide option might cause some problems. We may have to do some work on this. Right, print. We don't even need print. So I can't use the word answer as a variable name because I've already used it. That is the actual answer. This is the student's. It's not guess. I'm going to call it guess. It's not a guess though, is it? Hopefully the students doing the arithmetic quiz will actually think about their answer. And here we can say if your guess is the same as the answer. Now, the logic. Correct. And score equals score plus 1. Oh, I haven't got a score. But I have a score. Score equals 0. There we go. And then that adds 1 to that. Your guess with string. Let's do that. Rather than trying to convert the guess into an integer, because it might not be, it might be a float, we'll just turn the answer into a string. And then else print, say incorrect. Not even going to apologize. What I will do is put print the answer was, and then add on the string version of the answer so that the student knows what it should have been. Okay, now that's kind of it really. At the end you can say print, sorry, that goes back to this level. So this is only going to happen, this is not indented at all. This is going to happen after the whole quiz is run through 10 times, after 10 questions have been answered. So you can say, thanks for playing. Your score was, is. And then add on the string version of the score variable. The end. Right, save. Don't know if this is going to work. Let's call it Arithmetic quiz. Save. Should have saved that earlier. Don't write 50 lines of code without saving. That's suicide. Run. Wait for the red error. Oh, it hasn't. Okay. G. Now an error? Yeah. Randint missing one required positional argument. Okay. Randint. Where have I used randint? Oh, do I have to give it 2 numbers? 1 and 10. I think that might be the issue. Let's save, stop. Maybe I can clear this. Clear and start again. Okay, what's your name? Mr. G. What's 6 plus 3? 9. Correct. What's 7 divided by 6? I have no idea. It's 1 point something. 1.1. No, the correct answer was 1.666666667. Oh, there's almost an A-level lesson in this about rounding and floating point numbers. 8 plus 5, I can do that one. 13. Correct. What is 4 plus 9? Oh, another easy one. 13. 6 take away 4, 2. 5 divided by 6, that's less than 1. 0.9. No, it was 0.833333333. I'm going to have to do something about dividing, like either remove it or maybe round it or something. 6 plus 7, 13. Everything's 13. Why are they all 13? 2 divided by 8. Hang on. I can't be bothered, but I could probably do that one. The answer is 0.25. Yes. Right. What is 9 multiplied by 2? 18. So we've got a multiplied in there. 2 multiplied by 4, 8. 9 multiplied by 9, 81. Thanks for playing. Your score is 8. Okay. How many questions did it ask me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So disregard everything I said about the range needing to be 1 more. That is relevant to something, but because it starts counting at 0, it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It does stop at 9, but it started at 0, so I didn't need to do that. So anyway, if you want something to loop 10 times, you can put 4 questions in range 10. Okay, that was super fast. I hope it was interesting and useful. I'm going to press stop recording now.